in order to evaluate. And today we're just going to be practicing mostly with variables. So our first expression, we've got log base 9 of 2x. So remember, if you are multiplying within a log, you can expand that to addition. So it becomes log base 9 of 2 plus log base 9 of x. Our second example, again, we've got multiplication. We also have a power just on the y. So as I expand this, log base 4 of 3 plus log base 4 of x, the power on the y is 1/2. So I can expand that by bringing that out front and multiplying log 1/2 by log base 4 of y. So if you want to see that as a separate step, this was initially log base 4 of y, and I changed the square root to the 1/2 power. And then the power rule is that you bring that power out front and multiply the power by the log. So for our third one, we have division. So when we expand that, it becomes subtraction. And finally, we have our power rule. So we're going to bring that power out front and multiply. So it becomes 3 log base 2 of x. Now we're going to take a look at some condensing. So working backwards. If I'm subtracting 2 logs, I condense it to division. So it becomes log base 3 of 10 divided by 5, or log base 3 of 2, which we can't evaluate because that's not a nice power of 3. So our second example, I can do this one step at a time. We've got addition of logs, so that simplifies to multiplication. So using the first step, taking care of this addition and condensing that to multiplication, we've got log base b of x times y minus log base b of xz. So the subtraction will condense to division. And of course we can simplify x divided by x cancels, so we end up with log base b of y divided by z. Third example, we've got power rules. When we've got a coefficient in front of our log, we can flip it back and make it a power on what we're taking the log of. Order of operations, multiplication comes before subtraction, so I will undo my power rule before I undo that subtraction and condense it to a single log. So I'm getting log base 3 of y to the 7th minus log base 3 of x to the 4th, and then that subtraction condenses to division. So log base 3 of y to the 7th divided by x to the 4th. In our last example, we've got addition of logs, so we will condense that to multiplication. So it becomes log of a plus 3 times a plus 3, which I can condense further if you want a FOIL, to log of a squared. So I'm just multiplying here. 3a plus 3a gives me 6a, plus 3 times 3 gives me 9. In our last example, we're going to be evaluating. So this is, again, just practicing some of those properties of logs and the fact that logs and exponentials are inverses and cancel each other out. So my exponential base 3 and my log base 3 cancel, leaving me with 6. Log base 5 of 25, 5 to the 2nd power is 25, so 6 plus 2 gives me 8. My last example, 2 to the 5th power is 32, so log base 2 of 32 is 5. And then again here we've got an exponential and a log with the same base, so they cancel each other out, and 5 minus 3 gives us 2.